Good afternoon, everyone. This is Woody. Okay, hi. This is Woody Collins, and this is another episode of the Congo, and seems to be having a little problem here. But let's go ahead and get started. This is Woody Collins, Congo Helping Hands, and we're going to be talking about Congo today. And the subject that we have today is the top 10. I sound like David Letterman, the top 10 rules for success. And this relates to Congo implementing some of the social businesses to eliminate poverty. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me run down the top 10, and I don't think they're in order, but it may be, but they didn't mention that it was. Number one, uh, start very small. Number two, challenge things. Number three, don't be money centered. And number four, don't wait for a certificate. Number five, behave like a job creator. Number four, find your inspiration. Number, uh, where was that? Oh, yeah, that was number six. Number seven, reinvent your purpose. Number eight, don't limit your imagination. And number nine, have confidence. And number 10, create the better world. And so I'm going to get involved and talk about a couple of those that I found that I thought was very interesting from my standpoint. The first one is start very slow. And you want to start very slow because being in Congo, you cannot predict what will go right and what will go wrong. And in most cases, things go wrong. Just for instance, if you have a rain, you don't work outside when it's raining. If you get too much rain, it will wash stuff away. So it's just what would be a normal event for some places. It's going to cause you all kinds of problems. So by starting very uh, by starting very small, you have the opportunity to try many different things. So it's just almost like instead of spending $100 on one pair of shoes, you spend maybe $25 on four pair of shoes, and you got four times the opportunity to try out different stuff. Also, because you want to experiment and learn, you're going to learn lessons that you could not predict while you planning these things out, and so therefore you definitely need to experiment and learn. And you can't do that if you put all your eggs in one basket and this is the way you're going to go. You will bound to fail because, like I say, Congo is different and it's not going to work out the way you think it was going to work out. Another one that was kind of one of my pet peeves was number four. Don't wait for a certificate. I tell you, it's more than a handful of people always reach out to me about going to school and doing different things, and and especially among the teachers. I think there are some places that you really need your certificates and education is, and one of them is the health profession. Uh, Congo has a severe shortage of doctors and nurses, so that is something that has a direct relationship and is an employable uh, relationship, a job that you can find after you graduate, you get a certificate or something like that. But for the most part, you you know, being in some professions is going to be having a degree. I look at a number of people, they want to be lawyers, and I'm thinking, boy, it's not like, that you need more lawyers. I mean, the rules are so iffy anyway. It's just, I don't know, so what you don't want to just go out and get it degrees and certificates because they're, they're probably maybe less useful. And probably one of the main reasons is because with a high percentage of people not having jobs there, there's more of a tendency for nepotism. And so therefore, if somebody who has job, they're going to employ their family first. So if you're not part of the family, I don't care what kind of degree you got or what type of certificate you got, you're not going to get employed. You're going to, be on the outside because they're going to hire their family members first. And as I mentioned, uh, there is some things that's more readily employable. Like I said, health. If you into some of those fields, you probably will do well to uh, in the employment area because that's what you want to do. You got to be able to pay for that, unless you're trying to ask me to pay for your education. Another one is behave like a job creator. Uh, Everybody wants to be employed and asking for jobs versus taking their skills and their know-how to create jobs. Be an entrepreneur. That's what that all means. Be an entrepreneur. Uh, Number one, it's going to give you flexibility. If you're your own boss, you can do pretty much what you want to do, and you can be as flexible as you want to, move your location. And also, one of the things that I found out in Congo, you will not cheat yourself. However, when you are dependent upon a boss, he may cheat you, or he may shortcut you, or his cousin comes into town and wants a job, and so the next thing you know, you're on the outside looking for a job. And finally, this idea, which is number 8, was don't limit your imagination. And Dr. Eunice has this idea of, it's called social fiction, and it's from the derivative of science fiction. So we know how science fiction has spawned us to think about things that we probably would have never thought about before. From I can remember looking at Star Trek and those things, and they got the tricorders and all that kind of gizmo stuff that we thought would never be there. And the next thing you know, we got little flip phones, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is just the one that just we saw on television probably 5 to 10 years ago, and now it's in a phone. And even I remember Nextel had one of the ones you push a button and it just like on Star Trek. So all that's to say is let's not limit ourselves uh, with our imagination. Let's think of social fiction just as we think of science fiction. That's what I have for today. Thank you all for stopping by and listening. And if you have any ideas, please watch the video that Evan Carmichael put out and let me know what you think about it. And if you have something that kind of resonates with you, please drop those in the comments and we can talk about those. But in the meantime, be safe, take care of yourself, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask, and socially distance yourself. And we will talk with you later. Take care.